Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Kynection Spotlight podcast. I'm your host, Phil Cruz. It's been a while since we've done one of these, but we've got someone special today. Adam Newell from Tonic Technology, mate. Say hello to your fans out there, because I'm sure you've got thousands of them.
Oh, mate. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Yeah, Adam from Tonic Technologies.
Good to hear. Good to see you, mate. Welcome. Mate, you made your stamp on MYB. You left a legacy there, and now you've moved on to the new kids on the block, is how I like to see it. With Tonic Tech, you've got some great people in your team with Tom and Ish and Marion. You've just got some cool guys there. I was fortunate to see you guys in the office a couple of weeks ago and for your first anniversary. So I'd like to say I was a little bit part of that, but it was good to see your team, mate. So
yeah, no, it was good to see you. Oh, yeah, it was a perfect day to visit, Phil. It was a lot going on. As you say, celebrated the 1 year. It seems crazy that it's been a year already, and yeah, we've just 2 new people started this week, so we're just up to 19 employees in just over a year. So it's growing so quickly.
Insane. And I love your office, mate. I wish when I was down there I could do a little gym workout. I was running out of time, so I wanted to bring you down there. I was like, let's do a quick gym in your office building, because it looked really
I've not used it actually. I've not used it. But,
okay.
Yeah.
It took me a while to find the bathroom, but it's all good. It's a bit of a maze there, but it was actually quite.
It is amazing. It used to be a chocolate factory. So yeah, it's a bit
really?
of a very cool building. Wow. Yeah.
Got Charlie, Willy Wonka around there walking around.
I don't want to know who you think's Willy Wonka. We'll save that one.
And I guess the year that you've been there, a lot has changed, and I'm kind of going off script on some of our questions, but with AI, that's been going crazy. Has that changed? Because you've been in the ERP space in a long time, and has it impacted you that much around that stuff?
It's starting to. So we're starting to get inquiries about it. So probably about 10 months ago, we attended an event at Arm Robotics, who are a Queensland business, and we met a gentleman there that's his speciality, and we had a few conversations with him about what he's doing in terms of large language model AI reporting and those sorts of things. And we've started to have those conversations with customers now. You know, they want to look at. A few years ago, they talked about how you can use business workflows to automate processes and streamline things. Now they're talking about what can we do with AI to trigger those workflows to automate it even further. Examples are lots of people make inquiries via email that someone then has to translate and decide what they need to do with it, and that's a person's role. They're looking at AI to do things like that. So yeah, it's really interesting. We've got we're talking with 2 or 3 of our customers about how AI could benefit their business. So yeah, very interesting. So much has changed in the last sort of 5 or 6 years, and it's going to be AI is going to be a huge part of that.
Yeah, it is the buzzword. I always have to say at least that word AI once in the demo just to get people a bit intrigued. And I guess how we use it, it's just, it's the stuff that we can do with Power BI and there's business intelligence tools of trapping data from, wonderful platforms like Acumatica and our stuff to present in these lovely dashboards. And the stuff that we've done is insane. So yeah, that's probably one big component. The other thing would probably be one day to replace the drivers with robots. That's probably the next step in the evolution of AI for our system. But interesting.
About 3 years ago, I was in San Francisco, and they were just trialing automated taxis, and we were watching them. We were watching them drive around Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco. And I recently saw on Instagram, there's probably about a fleet of about 30 of them now, just driving around San Francisco. Wow. All fully automated cars. They turn up, you jump in, and they drive off. It's crazy.
That's insane. Yeah, no, I can't wait. Because what I want to do, my next business idea, now it's going to all around, is hire one of those cars, get it to drop me to work, and then let it do its own sustainable income by dropping people off, and it's like a taxi service, but you're still working, doing what you need to do, but you let it go all night, all day, and you're just making that passive income, and you start getting a fleet of Tesla Model 3s or someone.
Great idea.
But, oh, we're going to business together, Adam, and we'll do that, mate. And
there you go.
All this ERP stuff. First question I have is, what makes your expertise unique, and how does it directly benefit the customers of Kynection, and as well as every other customer in the kind of the industries that we work in, particularly around dangerous and dirty? So we're thinking of construction, manufacturing, mining, transport. These are kind of our great industries that we combine our software together. But again, share some light on this, please.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, like Tonic Technologies are the sort of the new kids on the block. So we are a new business, but where we really benefit is that you mentioned I came from MYOB. So I was at a part before MYOB. I was also at a partner called Exobiz, and that was one of Tonic's directors, Steve. He owned that business. He owned Exobiz. So Exobiz started in 2005, something like that. He built that up to a point where they were acquired by MYOB, and we all worked there for 2 or 3 years, and then he started Tonic up, and we've really grown the team from people that we've known along the way. So we may be a new business in terms of trading, but the team that we've got, myself included, we've worked at partners, we've worked at MYOB. Some of them came from other partners, some of them have came direct from Acumatica. Like we've got a guy in Sydney that's previously worked for Acumatica. So one of the things that makes us unique is that we all have massive experience in the ERP space and across multiple industries as well. So you've mentioned construction, manufacturing. We've got guys that are specialists in those sort of areas. Have worked on implementations for years, both with Exo when that was MYOB's ERP offering. So they know the industries, they know the products. Like one of our consultants, Marty, did the first ever MYOB Acumatica implementation, or advanced as it was known back then. So we're not short of experience. In Steve, we've got a director that's a developer, so we've developed our own products as well, mainly around the Exo space. But we've been able to work with implementation. So when you talk about these construction companies, manufacturing companies, we can work with them to understand what they need and help get the flow of data going. So by using Kynection, by using our own middleware and Acumatica, give them that breadth of experience and functionality that they need. We've also got directors that have worked at Tech One, so we've worked at like global companies as well. So as a business, we've got we're a small new business with big ideas. So yeah, we're ready to take over the world.
That's excellent, mate. That's excellent. Quite a big stack, and experience is key. When you kind of know and you can talk the lingo and you know the terminology of the customers that and their services, they're just a lot more confident. I noticed that when I really got into the weeds of construction, the assets, the workflow, the compliance, their PPE, everything they need, and being on site one day and just doing a day in the life of a construction worker, it really enhanced my knowledge, and I was able to really get that comfortability with the client and actually get them across the line, because they just want people they can trust. So
so when you're talking, you use terminology that they're familiar with. You use you relate it to scenarios that you've done it previously, where they explain an issue, and you can then say, well, yeah, we've worked with X, Y, and Z to deal with that previously. It just gives you so much more credibility and gives the customer confidence.
Alrighty, next one. How will your solutions address specific challenges that our customers face? Maybe pick a industry and a specific and a major pain point and challenge that you see coming time and again, and how does Acumatica solve that?
You and I have worked on a couple of opportunities in the past, and I think where Kynection and Acumatica really come into it, it's more in the sort of construction support services as well. Sort of those the sort of areas that get overlooked a little bit. So we've worked where customers have a very manual process out in the field, but then they're then having to collate that data. They're having manual processes. They're using a lot of admin time and resources to interpret that data and then push it through to in a prime example is payroll. They're looking to push data through so they can pay their staff. Where Kynection and Tonic can work really well is that we've got the understanding of their pain points around payroll, the challenges they face with the capturing of that data. You've got people out in the field that don't have time to necessarily log into a tablet to do all those sort of things. So paper is still very, very important out there, but it's then collating that data and getting it into a digital format so that they can process things like payroll awards as quickly and as easily as possible, so that they can move on to more valuable business tasks. So yeah, one of the key areas where I know you and I have worked and discussed before is those construction support services where we can capture that data, interpret it, and then push it into an ERP to provide that source of truth.
Yeah, I can't agree more, mate. Exactly right. And it's funny, sometimes I see people with like 10, 20 different applications that run their business. It's almost better just to go back to paper when it's in that crazy
That's
state.
Right, yeah.
Believe it or not. You know, if you could run your business with 3 or 4, that's the ideal. I always say you need the triangle. You need an ERP, Acumatica, you need your operational package, which is Kynection, and then maybe like a CRM that sits on top of that, like a Salesforce or a HubSpot or something. And once you've got that kind of perfect triangle, it's just, you can do damage, you can conquer. So,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, people come to us and they have this utopia of we want one solution for everything we want, but it doesn't exist, or if it does, it's going to cost you more money and more time than is realistic. But where Kynection and Tonic and that come together is that we can, exactly as you say, bring that down to 2 or 3 pieces of software that talk seamlessly, that work together, that have that flow of information to give the impression of a single solution. And that's really powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. The nirvana of a single digital backbone.
Yes.
Alrighty. In what ways do you see the partnership enhancing overall customer experience? So I guess that question's around, how can we provide value and customer experience when we deal with our mutual customers and so on? Yeah.
So I mean, I came from MYOB where you have access to dozens, if not hundreds of different ISVs out there, and they're all competing for your time. And but with Tonic, we've been very selective of who we work with. Hence, we've got the relationship with yourself and Kynection. And the reason is because we want to work ones that offer not only great solutions but a great customer experience, and we can all work together to deliver what the customer wants. So that's the key. I think that's one of the key things as well, that you're not just trying to sell your product. We're just not trying to sell our product. We're trying to sell solutions and fix issues for customers and work with customers to understand what they need and deliver something that's going to give them what they need, and also work with them and grow with them as well. It's not just a case of, we'll fix this problem and then we'll move on. It's like, well, if we do this, what's next? And it's building that relationship with our clients so that everybody's getting. We've got good relationships with you. We've both got good clients, but more importantly, the client's got a great solution that they can be confident in, and the relationship between ourselves and our partners like Kynection has to be strong, so that if there are issues, it's software, things happen, things change. things can go wrong. That's why we have support. But it's how that support works, and how we all work together to fix those problems as well. And reason we've selected partners like Kynection is that we know that we're going to be able to have those sort of conversations that are going to make sure our customers are given the best experience possible.
Exactly right. You know, bugs, issues, they're always going to come, unfortunately.
Right.
But it's how we deal with them, it's how we resolve them, and how we learn from them and move forward.
Yeah.
And,
exactly. And it's a great way as well to feedback to both businesses about the things that they hadn't necessarily thought about. You know, that's how applications and solutions grow as well, through having that sort of interaction with our customers and our partners.
Yeah, exactly right, mate. You're right there. Can you share any innovative solutions or strategies you plan to bring to customers through this collaboration?
Yeah, well, it sort of builds on what I just said. Really, it's a real sort of two-way relationship with this. It's not just a case of we want to implement the solution and then move on to the next deal, and then just keep going. It's all about having relationships with clients, and we're trying to instill the sort of philosophy that we have clients, not customers. Coles have customers, we have clients. So you work with them, you build relationships with them, and they come back to you again and again for different things, or they come to you for advice. They come to they treat you as part of their business almost, and they want you to help them. And that's where we want to grow them as well. We want to keep these customers. We want to see them develop and see them grow. And as I said, opportunities to bring additional functionality and enhance your product. We've already sort of off camera, we mentioned at the beginning we mentioned sort of AI and how that's coming into place. It's working with customers, having them come to us with questions, and we can go and build that. Build those sorts of solutions for them, and work with partners like yourself to say, well, our customers looking for this, can you help them? If it's something we need to work together on, that's even better, and then that's just you're sort of working with the customers. Outside of that, the relationship with our partners, doing things like this is the first sort of podcast I've done. So, just doing things like this, building that relationship with partners to get the word out there and expand our knowledge, and continue to build those relationships.
Exactly right. If you can turn those customers into clients, into friends, and then that's how I see them. I can see them as friends. I'm happy to go out with a beer with them and just talk stuff and really get their honest feedback. Oh, we really want this. Oh, I wish you could do this in your software. Or hey, what's the latest on this? When does MYB do its next release on the next thing? Like you share that stuff. They're on this journey with you.
No, exactly right. Yeah.
Last question for the day: what long-term value our partnership brings to customers, and how would we keep them satisfied? I guess we kind of touched on this as well, but what are your thoughts on how we can keep them satisfied? I guess it's updates. It's what we like to do is invite them to events. It's like almost the ultimate CSM play. Come have a drink with us. Come do a fun activity. We take some of our prestige clients out to the Grand Prix every year, and we say, hey, have a drink, have a fun with us, and they really like that. But is there anything that Tonic Tech does, and anything around that side of things?
That's exactly right. There's the formal communications as a business. You have regular catch-ups with these clients. You do quarterly reviews. You do account management meetings, customer success, whatever you want to call it. You have those sorts of conversations, but it's those other things outside that. So networking events, even if they're doing, for example, one of our customers is a bakery, so they do a lot of the home events. If you know that they're in town, you go and see them, and you drop in and see them and build that relationships by just dropping in and see them at events. But networking events, those social things where people drop their guard a little bit, a couple of glasses of wine in, you sort of learn what else is going on in the business, not just the little area that you're primarily focused on. and yeah, building those relationships with things like that. So Tonic are looking to do those. We are, as I say, we are very, very new. We're still sort of finding our feet in that sort of space, but we've got quite a strong presence on LinkedIn. We're trying to push the message on LinkedIn, and then our next play is going to be, our own webinars. We might get you on our webinar in a couple of months, and do those sorts of things. Networking events, working with partners is something we really see the value on, and we really want to build on in the future.
Hi mate, I'm always up for a webinar. It's quite fun sometimes. It beats from doing standard admin work sometimes, but
that's right. Yeah,
I'm always happy to do that.
Yeah.
Well, beautiful. Well, thank you again, Adam. It's been a pleasure coming on the podcast. I appreciate all the insightful knowledge, all the hard work you're doing at Tonic Tech, and I wish you all the best, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Phil. Good to catch up again, mate. Yeah, look forward to doing it in person soon.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.